From drama about the design of the new Chapter 5 characters to the potential reveal of the Chapter 6 location, this video is completely stacked with a ton of things you will need to know about upcoming Poppy Playtime news. But first, we're going to go over Chapter 5 itself, what I thought about it, and the drama regarding the characters, and just other things in general. So first off, I thought it was a great chapter, but honestly, social media doesn't agree. There have been many Twitter and just other things, other users and accounts talking about how Chapter 5 was one of the worst for them, but I really don't agree with that. I feel like it was top 2 in my opinion. It might have been either second place or first place, or it was tied with Chapter 3. I just can't decide yet. But the main focus drawing people away from the peak that is this chapter is the design of the characters, mainly Lily Lovebraids. Even before the official debut of this game, people were hating on Lily Lovebraids' design, calling it Garten of Banbanny, calling it just horrible, calling it literally everything possible. Some people, I'm pretty sure, were sending death threats purely because of the visual aspects from the gameplay trailer we got. But when the actual game dropped, it stayed pretty much the same. People still hating on her design. Actually, some people who didn't hate on it before were actually hating on it even more. But the artist for Lily Lovebraids, Katie, I forgot her last name, just dropped what actually was the design and still kind of is the design for Lily Lovebraids. It just had a couple tweaks, but like nothing major that'll really change the design. It showed literally everything about her design, just like what we got with the Doctor. It showed her massive hair strand, her like two smaller hair strand, like the claw things at the tip of them, literally everything. And I'm gonna say one thing. It looks very similar, but still looks amazing. I see some of the reasoning behind the hate of Lily Lovebraids' design, but it's Poppy Playtime. They're kind of supposed to look toyish. And another thing is, they probably wouldn't make her like amazing looking if they wanted to torture Miss Gracie. So they probably twisted her a bit to make her less visually appealing. Speaking of not visually appealing, we have the prototype, or at least that's what everyone thinks of him. I think it's a great design, but we'll get into that later. So I was playing a VR game, and I was using a prototype skin in the VR game. And I encountered at least 3 people that said he was the worst design in all of horror. Or at least horror games, like I'm not even joking. But why is this? Well, part of it is because his design literally got leaked. Well, technically it was 4 days before, but it started spreading 2 days before the actual game dropped. And unfortunately, I was one of the ones who suffered from it. I sent it to one of my group chats before I knew it was real because I thought it looked fan-made. So they got spoiled too. I'm still sorry about that. You know, if you're sad about that, just know I'm still sad about that. Me too. I'm not happy either. So yeah, the leaks could have lessened the impact on drop. But another thing is, people just didn't like the Jester aesthetic. But in my opinion, I thought it was a great choice. It fit the whole dynamic. Because if you think about it, Elliot Ludwig was the king, Poppy was the prince, and unfortunately the prototype was the Jester. This explains so much about his character. It just makes him a great character to when I'm rewatching and replaying the game, it just explains so much that I love this Jester aesthetic to the point where honestly, all the other fan designs just really don't make sense now that I'm actually understanding the lore reasons behind it. Now, me personally, I understood the lore reason behind it since those first Jester leaks 3 chapters ago. But a lot of people just don't understand the correlation to the characters, the leaks, the build-up, everything. So when it dropped, people were extremely disappointed. Me, I was not disappointed. I think it was one of, if not the best outcomes that could have came from it. Also, as you can hear in this Project Playtime background music, you kind of heard that little gear winding up or whatever. Now that I've actually, now that we actually know what that is, could you tell that it's the prototype's legs? Re-listen to it real quick. Does that not sound like the prototype's legs? Anyway, yeah, the prototype, great design, a lot of people hated on it. Now, there is a lot more drama concerning the characters themselves and not just their design, but, I do not have all day, so we'll go over that in a different concept later down the line. But today, the second half of this video is going to be about the potential Chapter 6 location, characters, literally everything that could happen in Chapter 6. With the information we have available, of course. So as you saw in the beginning of the video, well, actually it was kind of blurred, but as you saw in the beginning of the video, there's a potential like sort of reveal for what chapter 6's location could be. If you don't get what I mean, in chapter 5, while navigating to the labs, you could see through the glass this one area that looks very towny, like it looks like a straight up civilization, but we didn't understand it at the time. But looking back at it now, it could be the location for chapter 6. Take a look real quick. Everyone's saying this could be the location we go to in chapter 6, as it is basically fully modeled, just a bit like non-fully modeled, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, that was basically everything that's gonna happen Poppy Playtime wise in the past couple days. Just summarized and added with a little of King Love's Cookie spice. But I want to talk about the future of my channel and what's coming next. So of course I might continue doing the Project Playtime concepts, but if they don't get really any because in my opinion, like, I kept going because I thought we'd have a steady view streak. Like the prototype one, that was a fluke, but Lovebraids, that was what I thought to say consistently, but I've started to realize that the Project Playtime concepts are starting to die down. So if y'all really want more of these, then you're gonna have to like it up and like show me that you really like this stuff, or else my content is gonna slow down and I'll really have like no drive to do unless more drama comes out or anything else happens Project Playtime wise. But yeah, for the most part, that's the future of my channel. I'm probably just gonna drop a couple more Project Playtime concepts, keep y'all up to date with what's going on Poppy Playtime wise, and maybe I'll start doing anime rivals again, but really that just was not very successful. So I guess I might just be like the concept channel now. I'll be making concepts for everything because honestly that's what I love. Like, I have a side hobby, I write manga, but I don't like sharing that stuff on YouTube because I'm very nervous that somebody will steal my stuff or just like judge my manga writing, so I'm not going to publish or publicize any of that. Maybe I'll show you some of the drawings or like commissions that I've done, but I'm not gonna give y'all updates on that stuff. But concepts, I guess, is just what we're gonna do. Concepts is gonna be the thing, so you're gonna see concepts for many of the games I like, whatever's popular at the moment. But yeah, that's the future of my channel, just concepts and stuff and whatever I love. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this quick little summary of everything that's going on, and see y'all in the next one. Stay blessed and goodbye.